It is night number 5 of our run of Super Millionaire. Tonight a very special edition featuring another question set created by our very own Errolyn, also known on YouTube as Cadlin. Last time he made a question set, one of our viewers breezed through it with super ease and said it was super easy, so he said, you know what, fine, challenge accepted. Here's an even harder one, and when I read the questions I kind of gulped, so we'll see how we do. Tonight, our player joining us live via Discord, one of my longtime YouTube subscribers, longtime follower of mine, actually subscribed on the Twitch side tonight with his Twitch Prime. Show your love for Firestar Hart. Firestar, how you doing?
Doing great, Amp, man. It's nice to finally be talking to you.
All right. Like I said, 15 Mario-related questions for you to face. The money value is increasing from $1,000 all the way up to that jackpot prize, $10,100,000. You can walk away anytime you want, keep whatever money you've pretended to win. But if you give me a wrong answer, you leave with nothing until you hit those two thresholds, $5,000 and again at $100,000. All along the way, you have your 3 trusty lifelines. You can go 50-50 and remove 2 wrong answers. You can ask the audience, which for this game will simulate an audience poll and give you some stats to look at, some fancy numbers. We also let the chat at that point give their input if they so desire. And normally we'd have phone a friend, but that lifeline in this game is bugged for some reason, crashes the game sometimes. So instead you can ask the host. That's me. Now since I already know the questions and the answers ahead of time, because I have them in the text file and I've already gone over them with Errolyn, if you ask the host, I will give you some form of a hint. I will balance it based upon how far up the ladder you are and how often would I expect a phone or friend to get it right. So first 5, I'll pretty much give it to you in some kind of an obvious hint. Second 5, I'd probably give you basically a 50-50, and on the third 5, I would take away 1 wrong answer. I gotta at least make it challenging. We're playing for over 10 million bucks. Got it so far?
Yes, I got it so far.
Well, there's more. This is Super Millionaire. If you reach the $100,000 level successfully, you get 2 new lifelines. We'll talk about those if you get there. And should you fail to win the $10.1 million prize, the prize will go up for the next game. If your final winnings are $100,000 or less, I add 25 grand. And if your final winnings are anywhere between $500,000 and $5 million, I'll add 10% of your winnings. And on top of all that, last thing, if you walk away with at least $1 million, your name goes into the Millionaire Hall of Fame here on the Twitch page, joining the 3 other people who have ever won at least $1 million in the history of our Super Millionaire game on Twitch. That's a lot to take in, I know, but it'll all make sense when we sit down and play. Are you ready to do this?
Let's do it. Let's fire it up, man.
Fire it up. All right, chat, as always, I ask you, please, you can give all the joke answers you want. You can say you know it, say you don't know it. That's fine. Do not help unless I ask you to, and I know you ain't going to cheat, Firestar, but if you do, I will claw your eyes out. That said, it's Mario time. Let's play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Woo! All right.
First one, and I swear to God, if you get this wrong, Errolyn and I are going to revoke your Mario license. For $1,000, how many warp whistles are there in Super Mario 3? 1, 2, 3. What's a warp whistle?
Oh my God. The warp whistles.
Too many.
Alright, I'm seeing my answers up. I'm pretty certain that the amount of items that you can come across as far as warp whistles are pretty limited. But I'm pretty certain it's not 1. I'm also pretty certain it's not 3. 2 seems like the safe bet. But not getting out of trouble. I just wanna.
You do have 3 lifelines if you want to use one. A little early, I know, but
What?
I don't think anybody here wants you to bomb out on the first question.
Right. So how many warp whistles are in Super Mario 3, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, considering I'm going with the safe, considering I was going with the safe bet here, I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna take a risk and go. I'm gonna actually go C3. Final answer.
Final answer. 1 in the World 1 Fortress, which you fly up at the end of the first room to get. One at the end of 1-3 with the white block, and one with the Fireball Brothers in World 2. You got it right.
Oh, failed.
You scared me for a moment when you were saying 2. I'm like, oh my God, is he really going to do this?
I was scaring myself. That's why I had to.
You had to slow down, read it again, take it in.
I had to reassess the situation.
Exactly. At the end of the day, they're only easy if you know the answers. If they're not, if you don't know it, it's impossible. But you got to the first hurdle at least. For 2,000. Yeah. For 2,000 bucks, Wario has a W on his hat. What does Waluigi have on his hat?
It's like an inverted L.
Well, let me read the answers first. An inverted L, a backwards L, an exverted L, a verted L.
Okay, so would the inverted L count? Because I'm pretty certain, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way it's drawn, it's like up and to the right. Am I not correct?
I believe that, without saying too much, I believe that is the case. It's up and to the right.
So would that be considered inverted?
I don't know. You tell me.
Man, I would say...
You didn't ask the host. I can't tell you.
I would consider that... I would consider that to be inverted, but I can go over any situation here because I know it's definitely not backwards because it would still be down like a normal L and just flip backwards. It's not verted because verted's obviously right. So if Waluigi is an inverted L, yes, he does have an inverted L. Final answer.
You got it for 2,000 bucks.
All right. Woo.
I was talking with Erlen last night, like, what the heck's exverted mean? We tried to look it up. It turns out that's not even a real word, as it turns out, as far as we know. So there you go. Good thing you didn't go with that one.
Well, if we were to say exverted, it would probably be like that inverted, but backwards.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, okay, it's mirrored diagonally, but you know, either way, you got it. Going for 3,000. How many different Yoshi colors are there in Super Mario Sunshine? 1, 3, 5, 7.
How many different Yoshi colors are in Super Mario Sunshine?
Sage 50. Yoshi's for days.
Oh my God.
I told you these get hard in a hurry.
it depends on what they eat. It depends on what they eat, because I've played Super Mario Sunshine and I've beaten it, and from my experience, I've only seen them in 3 different colors, and that being orange, pink, and purple, if my memory serves me correct. So I'm gonna go once again with 3, and that's gonna be B. Final answer.
Got it for 3,000.
Woo!
All right, starting to ramp up already, but you're doing well. Going for 4,000. Which of the following is not one of the Mario and Luigi series games? Partners in Time, Advance Tour, Superstar Saga, Bowser's Inside Story.
All right, let me let this pop up on mine. Which of the following is not one of the Mario and Luigi series games? Oh my God. This is starting to get technical. It's starting to get technical from what I can tell here. So which one is not?
Sage. It's obviously Yoshi's Strange Quest. Oh God. The final answer. Sage, please.
Oh my God!
So we're talking, we're talking technicalities here, because you know which one of these 4 is not the subtitle for one of those 3 games.
Partners in Time and Superstar Saga, they're definitely subtitles to those. Like, I don't even know what Advanced Tour or Inside Story is, but Advanced Tour almost sounds kind of like a sports title. Bowser's Inside Story, I have honestly I've never heard of that one. I've never heard of that one. So, just to be safe, I'll go ahead and ask the audience.
All right, so the game will now generate some stats for you to look at. Audience, in the chat, if you happen to know the answer to this, you are now permitted to give the answer in chat along with the lifeline itself. Go! All right, I'll give it a second to pop up on your screen, but pretty close vote overall. Quite the majority. 81% of the fictional audience are saying Advanced Tour, 11% for Inside Story, well down from there. Cryo and Sage in the chat both saying Advanced Tour are not one of the Mario and Luigi's. That good enough for you, or you want to use another lifeline?
Jesus. Okay. Jesus. 11% does not go deep.
Yeah, 2% need their heads examined, I think.
Yeah, because that's like, come on, that. I mean, the first A and C are completely obvious that they're not right. So that eliminates having to use 50-50. For being sure purpose, the audience seems quite sure on Advanced Tour.
Yeah, you also
I thought might be a sports title somewhere, but I could be wrong as well. Bowser's Inside Story, that could be a subtitle to some kind of Mario game.
You also got 2 in the chat also saying that it's B as well, so I mean,
yeah,
take that for what it's worth.
I can take it. I can take it for what it's worth. I think I can trust it. We'll go Advanced Tour.
Final answer?
My heart's beating. Final answer. My heart is beating fast.
Tell your heart to calm down. You got it right. The audience got it right.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
All right. First big hurdle coming up. This is the last point at which you could leave with nothing. I hope it doesn't happen. You can still ask the host. You can still go 50-50. This is for $5,000.
All right.
Waluigi's first appearance was in what game? Mario Tennis, Mario Party, Mario Kart, DDR Mario Mix.
Waluigi's first appearance, huh? Wow. I actually remember this.
Do you now?
Yes, I used to play it. I used to play it on the Game Boy, and I briefly had it for the Nintendo 64. And then from there, he went to Mario Party. But Mario Party's not the first time he appeared in a game, and neither was Mario Kart. The very first time he appeared in the game was indeed a sports game, and that was Mario Tennis. A final answer.
Waluigi was created to pair with Wario in doubles tennis. You got it right.
Woo! All right, 5,000. Walk away with something.
You can breathe. You got something at least. 5 away from 100,000, and those 2 extra lifelines. Gonna try to double your money now, get you to 10,000 bucks.
All right.
Pretty straightforward question. Where was Mario born? California, Italy, Spain, New York State.
Oh my God. I have him. He's part of the CRW wrestling roster, so we know he's from New York. I mean, even technically, he's technically, if I'm correct, he's from Brooklyn, New York. But New York State is the only one there that mentions New York, so it's gonna be New York State. That's the final answer.
Yeah, you got it.
Hey, if Mushroom Kingdom was up there, that would be the obvious one.
Hey. All right. Now we start risking money. Going for 20,000. Give me a wrong answer, you drop 5,000. Let's take a gander at it.
All right.
What did Miyamoto originally want to call Mario? Jumpman, Mr. Video, Super Mario, Wario.
What did Miyamoto originally want to call Mario? Man, that is... Oh my god. We're getting into the creator aspects now. My god.
It's Kaizo. Sage, please.
Kaizo, no, dear lord, no.
Erlen, no. Not even close.
We know.
I wasn't even born yet, Erlen, please.
Well, we know Mario was originally named Jumpman. He was named Jumpman in the series of which he debuted, which is, of course, the Donkey Kong series. But was that what he originally wanted to call him? I don't know to say for sure.
Well, let's put you where you're at here. You have 10,000. If you ask the host, which is me, at this stage we're now in the second tier, I would basically be a 50-50 for you, where I would deliberately take away two of my own choosing. You could go 50-50, which would randomly take two wrong answers away. Or you can take a shot at it. If you're right, 20,000. If you're wrong, you drop 5,000. Game over.
Okay. Well, if my memory serves me correct, English was what translated him to Jumpman originally, and then when he finally got his own game outside of belittling Donkey Kong, he became Super Mario, of course. And Wario, of course, is not him at all. It's in fact his freaking fat purple and predecessor. So originally Mr. Moto probably wanted to call him Mr. Video. Final answer.
Nice deduction, you got it right.
Thanks. Woo!
Save those couple of lifelines, that's good. All right, going now for $30,000. 3 away from gaining those 2 extra lifelines. It's getting tense now.
All right, we are
for
ready.
$30,000. On what days did the Super Mario Bros. Super Show air the Super Mario cartoon? 7 days a week, Saturday and Sunday, Monday to Thursday, Monday to Friday.
On what days did the Super Mario Bros. Super Show originally air the Mario cartoon? Normally, us all growing up as kids, we would watch, the Saturday morning cartoons and stuff like that. So it's real tempting to say it's the weekend. But that could be too obvious. 7 days a week doesn't really 7 days a week doesn't really seem feasible. My God. I think I'm gonna take a 50.
I'm gonna go with the 50-50. All right, final?
Yeah, let me take a 50.
All right, computer, please randomly take away 2 wrong answers. Leave Firestar 1 wrong answer and the correct one. Well, when you see it, you will see what I'm seeing, and that's that it's either Monday to Thursday or Monday to Friday.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! That is. Thank God I did not answer. Oh man. Oh God. Oh my God. Now I'm nervous. Now I'm nervous.
Yeah, now I have to scurriedly think up a hint for the Ask the Host, because obviously I can't 50-50 two answers, so what do I say that doesn't give it away at this point? If you have to ask me. But the fact is, you're now risking $15,000 if you're wrong. You go to $30,000 if you're right. You still have the one lifeline, though. I mean, at this point, I would almost have to give it to you, because I mean, there's no other way I could give you a hint that wouldn't give it away.
This is true.
So you can take a pretty much a sure thing if you ask me, but then you have no lifeline for the next two questions.
Yeah, and that's the
I say that lifeline's only good to you if you get the question right and still in the game. If you're wrong, who cares? Lifeline's useless if you've lost.
Yes, it is. It would seem like Monday through Thursday would be the way to go. Because the spinoff was Legend of Zelda. If I'm looking at this correctly. So to show the Mario Brothers cartoon Monday through Friday would kind of sort of butt into the little Zelda spinoff that they had going. So thinking of it that way, thinking about it that way, and the fact that I've binge watched the whole series on Netflix, I'm gonna go with back in the day, because I was too little to remember it, but for my best memory, I'm gonna go. It was Monday through Thursday. So C, final answer.
Because they aired the Zelda cartoon on Friday. You got it right.
All right. Nope.
You saved that last lifeline, which is big.
I know.
That's a big one.
I am really taking my. This is really picking my brain. I know I'm taking my time on these.
All right. Next one's for $50,000, risking $25,000 now if you're wrong. Here we go. Let's take a look at it. Well, you should be able to get this when you're a wrestling fan. Which WWE legend never guest starred as themselves on the Super Show? Lou Albano, Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan, Sergeant Slaughter.
Lou was the voice of Mario. Sergeant Slaughter was definitely there. Hulk Hogan had his own show, so he actually kind of sort of seems to be the one to eliminate from the equation, which would in turn make him the answer. So, which WWE star never guest starred on Super Mario? Lou Albano, he was the voice of Mario. So that's definitely a given that he's not the answer. And Sergeant Slaughter was definitely featured because I remember that episode vividly. In fact, I remember him coming in with his whole military facade going on. Roddy Piper, if I'm not mistaken, was actually one of the more hidden ones that I actually had to go back and try to catch a couple of times to know for sure. So I'm gonna go with Hulk Hogan never guest starred as themselves on the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. C, final answer.
You got Slaughter, you got Piper. Not only did Albano voice Mario, he also played Mario in the live action skits. But the question was on the shows who guest starred as themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, luckily for you, he did actually make an appearance as himself, as his character as well. So you're good. $50,000.
All right. Sweet.
Alright. This is the big one now.
Oh,
Going
man.
for 6 figures. You still can ask me for some help on this next one. You get it right, guaranteed 100,000. You get 2 more lifelines, and Erlen there starts getting nervous.
Oh, God.
For $100,000. Let's see it. Who or what is Mario named after? The landlord of the Nintendo building, a famous composer, the road the Nintendo building is on, a game developer.
A game developer? Well, I know the guy's name was Mario Segal, or Segal, or you know, however you would say it. And if my Nintendo knowledge serves me correct, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna be playing a lot more Nintendo after this to make sure I keep my memory fresh. I'm gonna say Mario Segal was a landlord of the Nintendo building. Final answer A.
Erlen, you better start sweating. He just won $100,000.
Yeah. All right. I'm actually impressed. I'm impressing myself.
Yeah, I think you're impressing and depressing Erlen at the same time.
Oh, God.
You got 100,000. That's guaranteed. And so now, as Regis would have said back in 2004, you've just entered the next dimension of Super Millionaire.
Here we go. Erlen, if it's any correlation, I'm having to dig deep into my brain stems of memories. So it's not coming easy.
All right, so let's set the stage. You now have $100,000. That is guaranteed. Yours to take anytime you want. But the next question's a free shot at $500,000. And then the numbers, look at the numbers start going up. 500,000, 1 million, 2.5 million, 5 million, 10.1 million. Remember, if you walk away with any amount, 500,000 or higher, I add 10% to the next game no matter what. You now also have those 2 new lifelines. Let's take a sec to review them.
Okay.
First one is known as the 3 Wise Men. That's the one with the little college hat. The game will simulate me giving the question to 3 wise minds. They will give you some form of a response. They may be right, they may be wrong. They may give you 1 choice, they may give you 2. It's up to you what you do with them. The second lifeline, the much more sinister one, Double Dip. Gives you 2 chances to answer the question, but 2 things you need to know. Number 1, if you confirm you're double dipping, you cannot use any other lifeline for the rest of that question.
Oh.
Number 2, if you confirm to me you're double dipping, you cannot walk away from the question. You must answer it.
Oh, God.
So keep that in mind. You can still ask the host, but that is now going to take away just 1 wrong answer for the remainder of the game. I'm only going to take 1 away to simulate the phone of friends now maybe not knowing it.
Oh, man.
Next question you face is a free shot, no matter how you choose to play it, free shot at $500,000, even if you double dip. No point walking, you might as well play this.
All right.
Ready to see it?
Fired up.
Let's play. This is a bit of a vague one. See if you know this. In Super Mario 64, exactly how many stars did Bowser miss? 15, 20, 25, 30.
In Super Mario 64, how many stars did Bowser miss?
All of them. Erlen, please.
No, Bowser. Yeah. I don't think Bowser's test. but he's definitely clunky.
120. Zage, that's the same thing Catalan just said. Erlen just said all of them. Too bad.
Oh God. How many stars did Bowser? Oh man. Damn.
Still three lifelines in hand. You can ask me. You can ask the three wise men. You think you can get it down to 2? You can try the double dip and see what happens. Or you can just take the shot. It's a free guess no matter what you do. But if you get it wrong, you could be leaving up to 3 lifelines on board.
Oh my God. Well, I know you have to. I know there's 120 total, which gives you a chance to get to Yoshi, which then in turn I believe gives like a secret 121st star. But if I'm thinking correctly, if I'm thinking correctly, I would think maybe 15. But so the phone a friend only eliminates 1 wrong answer now. Is that correct?
At this point, yes. But I will tell you this: for this question, because I know the backstory behind the vagueness of this, I would also give you there's a little tidbit I'd give it. It wouldn't give the answer away, but it would at least kind of maybe add some insight to this. So I'll take away 1 wrong answer, and I would tell you the thing that kind of makes this question make sense if you don't kind of get the reference.
Right. Yeah. I'm not exactly sure what it's trying to say. Is it if it's like mentioning the total? If it's like mentioning the total that Bowser missed, like in his journey or whatever, or how many you miss, or how many you would normally miss just getting to Bowser in general.
Have to use the lifeline to find out, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use that one.
So you want to ask the host, final?
Yeah, I'm gonna ask that.
All right, so Ask the Host is in play. I will tell you the one that it's not. I'll tell you right now, it is definitely not 20. I'll take B out for you.
Okay.
The backstory to this is, if you beat the final Bowser fight of the game and you have all 120 stars, during his text speech at the end, after you've beaten him, he exclaims, "What? 120 stars? You mean there's even some that I've missed?" So that's the reference. He exclaims that he realizes you have 120. Holy cow, there's some that I've missed? Basically, in so many words. And I'll tell you that number is not 20.
Right.
Rest of it's up to you, though.
Yeah, when Bowser does answer that, yeah, I'm pretty confident about my answer. I do want to think of this. I do want to think just a little bit more. It really feels right. It really feels right to say 15 because I do not think Bowser would miss. I do not think Bowser would miss more than what you've described. It's not like you said. It's not 20. And I don't think he's ditzy enough to miss 30. And the sum doesn't necessarily mean a lot, and 25 also seems pretty big. So with my deductions, I want to say 15.
You want to say it?
I want to say 15. I think I'm gonna mark that as my final answer.
Well, the stars in question that Bowser accounts for are the 7 that are in every level, the 6 normal ones plus the coin star. How many levels are in Mario 64?
Oh,
just
man.
offhand.
I know there's Bob-omb World. There's a series of doors that you go through in Peach's Castle, and then there's like a number of levels.
Well, just so we're not here all night, the magic number's 15 levels, 7 stars in every level. That's 105 out of 120. That leaves 15 unaccounted for. You got it.
All right. Man, you had me dancing there for a second. You had me dancing.
I'm a game show host. I got to get you dancing. All right.
Yeah, of course.
Still 2 lifelines left. If you use the double dip now, you will be risking money.
Okay.
Going for the million. You risk $400,000. If you're wrong, you still have 2 lifelines left.
Right.
For $1 million. Fortune Street for the Wii is a game that features characters from the Mario series and what other series? Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Pokemon, whoops, that's typoed, my apologies, Chrono Trigger.
Fortune Street for the Wii. Oh. My God. You know that's crazy? There's apparently if I'm correct here. My God. The game this game featured quite a few characters. And is there any way to pick 2 answers?
Well, that's what the double dip's for. If you think you've got it down to 2, if you want to try to double dip it.
No, because I really think the game features Pokemon. Well, it's definitely not that.
Pokemon, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, even without the typo, it's not Pokemon. It's not Chrono Trigger. But it has been heard that it features characters from not just the Mario series, but the 2 other series in question, Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest.
Again, this is okay. Well, cut you out there. Erlen, can you please check this then? Because now we're getting a bogus call here. We're getting a possible contradiction call here. This may be a trick question. Because
if
there are 2 correct answers, then we have a problem.
From what I know of this game, just from past views of it, I would think it features both Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest characters along with the Mario series characters.
Well, I am going to.
That could mean either or is correct.
Well, I wanted. Let me see. I'm gonna go to Wikipedia and take a look. Does it say anything about the characters in play? Okay, Erlen just said in chat he can confirm there's only 1.
We can confirm that there is only 1. Okay, that is good. That is a good thing.
So I would say the question really is, which, is there one is one of those 2 one that you were more sure of? I mean, there was like there's definitely people from this in there. Okay, Sage backing him up, saying there's only 1 answer. Okay, so we're good.
Okay, that's definitely good. All right. So So we're going with the Wii version. Okay. Okay, because I remembered there were multiple versions of this game. So like I said, I didn't remember exactly from the Wii. So with that reassurance that there is only one answer for the Wii, I will go with B, Dragon Quest. Final answer.
And with that reassurance, you just won $1 million.
Yeah! All right.
All right, now the numbers start getting bigger and the risks start getting bigger with them.
This is the closest I'd ever get to the top of Millionaire.
You're thinking, okay. Errol, it says you were thinking of the iOS version.
There you go. That's
there you go. So next stop, 2.5. Yeah. There you go. Next stop, $2.5 million. You give me a wrong answer now, you drop $900,000. And also consider now, your actions don't just have consequences for yourself; they also have consequences for every game hereafter. Because if you walk at the million, you win $1 million. You go in the Millionaire Hall of Fame. Tomorrow night's game is worth not tomorrow night because I'm off tomorrow night. Super Mario Monday's game will be worth $10.2 million because I'll add an extra $100,000 to it. If you're wrong, you drop $900,000, and everybody else loses out on $75,000. Because if you go back to $100,000, I'm only adding $25,000. So keep that in mind too. Still 2 lifelines left to use if you want to use them.
Okay.
For $2.5 million, which of the following characters is based on a creator's wife? Peach,
Okay.
Daisy, Wendy Koopa, Boo.
Which of the characters from Mario is based on a creator's wife? Dear. Where do we even get these answers to questions from? Oh my god.
Well, Errol has hinted prior that he did a question set prior, and I mentioned earlier, like, the guy who played it freaking destroyed it and was bragging about, oh, these are so easy. So he took it as like, you know what? Challenge accepted. Here you go. I'm going to come up with 15 that are really tough. So there you go. That's where he got them from.
And our choices are Peach, Daisy, Wendy, Koopa. Oh, man. Oh, dear Lord. Well, let me use the wise men.
Gonna consult with the wise men. All right, there's no guarantee they're gonna give you anything close to the right answer. They might not, but whatever they give you, it's up to you. You can either take it, reject it, do what you want. You can use this lifeline and still walk if you want. Remember, if you take the double dip after, you can't walk away. So keep that in mind. Let's see what the wise men come up with.
Okay.
It's going to take about 30 seconds for it to simulate them going, through the whole process of talking to them and having them read it and analyze it, but we'll see what they come up with. They're either going to give you 1 or possible 2, but there's no guarantee that anything they give you is right.
Okay.
All right, the wise men say that they believe that it may be either Peach or Boo, either A or D.
Ooh.
Now I will say this. Well, when they give you 2, there's a greater chance one of those is right, but they're not always right. We had somebody actually got to the $10 million question a couple weeks ago. They used the wise men, and they came back with 2 answers that were both wrong. So there's no guarantee either of those is right, but there is a higher chance of it. if you want to risk $900,000 and double dip on those, unless you were thinking one of those already ahead of time. But that choice is yours. It's not just $900,000 for you, it's $75,000 for everybody playing after you. So you can double dip and take your chances with it, or you can take the million and run. But if you double dip, you have to do it. You have to answer it.
Man. So. Oh my god. Oh man. Damn. My god. It is so hard to
It's a tough this is a tough decision to make because are you leaning toward any of these at all?
Peach sounds so logical, which is what I was originally thinking before asking the wise men. It seems so obvious, but it's almost like how can you know for sure?
Well, so then that brings us back to the double dip. You could double dip Peach, and if you're wrong, you get one guess out of the other three. But then you have to do it. So now it's a question of gamble $900,000 on a hunch, gamble $900,000 on a double dip, or just take the million.
Oh man, my god.
Erlen, if I was gonna break that the other stack back out, I'd have to bring it back in. I'd have to bring it back into the file and restart the game and everything. So that might take too long tonight. But maybe after the stream, maybe if you want to hop in on the call, or you don't have to hop in on the call after the stream, like he and I can read them out to him like afterward or whatever.
Ooh,
that stack was a lot easier though.
It's crazy. This is a crazy hunch. But it might just be rewarding. One of the creators at the time, this just came to me. Are you following here? What if, at the time of Boo's creation, a creator was actually saying he was thinking about putting his wife in the game? And Boo ended up coming about. Guys, if I get this wrong, I'm so sorry. I've come really far, and I do not want to lose. I do not want to lose this. But I think I have a gut feeling now that it is surprisingly Boo. Final answer.
I will tell you, the wise men were right. It was either A or D.
Oh man.
First you said Peach. You weren't sure, you thought it was too obvious. It's because it was. You just won $2.5 million.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh man. Oh my god. I had no idea to be this hard.
Oh boy.
I gotta give you credit. You made a challenging set.
Yeah. Erlen, you did it. You did good. You did well.
You got me sweating over here just to make it all the way through because my pride won't let me fail Mario.
All right. 2 to go. The next one's for $5 million. But now you're risking $2.4 million for yourself. You're also now risking $225,000 for the next game and all games thereafter. Because you walk away now, you take $2.5 million, and the jackpot goes up by $250,000. You get this wrong, you leave with $100,000, and I only add $25,000. You can still double dip, But if you remember, if you do it, you have to go through with the question.
Ooh.
Everybody take a breath. This is for $5 million. All
right.
Let's see what we get here.
Let's get the fire. Let's get the fire going.
The name of the monstrous cuboid Brock, who serves Brook Monsieur as his guard, is what? Blitty, Broggy, Brickle, Bouncer.
What? Where did this come from?
I can assure you from talking with Erlen last night, this is something from a Mario game. I swear to you.
Why does it almost sound like fucking Brock? Pardon my French. Why does it sound like fucking Brockhawk from freaking Mario and the Thousand Year Door?
That's not the Mario game.
Yeah, of course. Oh my god. I'm really having to look at this here. like we're stretching into realms I've never even heard of, to my knowledge of Mario. My goodness, just looking at this question gives me like the heebie-jeebie, because
Erlen, I think we've got him. I mean, it definitely sounds like this is not something you've heard of. I think Erlen, would it be? Do you think it's safe to tell him what game it's from? This is from? Do you think that would actually ruin it at all, or don't say that yet? Don't say it yet, or just don't say it. Don't say that we've got him yet. All right.
Oh my god.
We can tell him afterwards. Ooh, merciless. Not even going to tell you what game this is from. There's a whole lot riding on this. Get this right.
Bouncer makes too much sense. Brickle. No, I'm sorry. It's got to be Brody. B Brody. Final answer.
Erlen, we don't got him. He got it right.
I made it to the big one. Oh my god. Why so much swearing? You got me over here like all confuzzled because I'm not even certain.
Oh boy.
That was a guess completely out of left field.
So it's good to know you're a gambler. Okay.
Hey, I gambles on what my passions are.
Oh boy, Bowser's Inside Story was the game in question.
No freaking word.
Okay, so
I'm gonna have to dig more into that game now. I'm interested.
Erlen, I hope we picked the right $10 million question. I hope we did. If you walk now, you've got $5 million, and the next game goes up by $500,000. You get this wrong, you lose $4.9 million, and you cost every other player who plays this run $475,000. Keep that in mind.
Oh man!
You have the double dip.
And I have double dip,
which is Zay just daring you to use it, but don't necessarily, because remember, if you do it, you have to do it. You'd be risking the money.
Hey, I've been answering without double dip like a man. Thank you.
You think he's got this? Oh boy. Well, we're about to find out. This is for $10,100,000.
Oh man. Already on air for longer than any episode of Millionaire, but.
Oh, probably, but editing. They edit. Don't worry. For the jackpot. We all know that Charles Martinet voices Mario, but Who voiced Princess Peach in Super Mario 64? Jen Taylor, Nicole Mills, Samantha Kelly, Leslie Swan. This is for $10,100,000. If you go for this and you're wrong, you lose $4.9 million.
Voiceover.
You have the double dip if you dare.
I always read the cast. At the end of every credit. I like watching the credits because it makes the game, the movie aesthetic of a game feel more complete. And considering I contribute the last name in my memory to, I can translate that to Swan. I'm gonna go with D, and this is surefire. This is Leslie Swan. Final answer.
Erlen, it's time to go back to the drawing board. He just won it.
I made it all the way through Mario. Thank God. Thank the fire gods. I love Mario. Thank you.
How did we know the guy reads the credits? Fun fact, all four of them, because you would know this obviously because you read the credits, but for those who don't know, all four of them have voiced Peach in some game or another.
They have.
So,
indeed.
how did we... If we had caught someone who didn't read credits, that would have been impossible, but there you go.
They would have had to think about their thoughts correctly, because you get to go, yeah, she did, but was it in this game? You got to think. You got to remember.
They're only easy if you know the answer, and if you don't, they're impossible. And Firestar, you clearly knew every answer. Never even needed the double dip. You are the second so 2 Mario stacks, and twice they've gone all the way. So you join Naruto, whatever number's at the end of his username, as the second successful Mario millionaire. That's it, I quit. Erlen's done. You've broken him.
Oh my God. I'm saving this. I gotta
don't worry, this is going on this will be going up.
This is awesome. This is
crazy. All right. Well, how's your NASCAR knowledge? You want to do a NASCAR stack? Because I can promise you won't get 10 million on that one.
Oh my God, NASCAR! I'll be lucky to answer 5.
All right. Yeah. Good.
But I love NASCAR too. So.
Do you?
Yes, I do. I like those videos. I miss playing NASCAR actually.
I can move them questions up. We can freaking do it right now. I don't care.
Oh God.
I have a stack. I can do it.
Oh my God. I think I millionaired myself out for one night, but I'm gonna have to make a reminder to myself.
All right, yeah. Well, take me up on that some other time. All right. Chat, show your love for Firestar Hart. $10,100,000. He takes the jackpot way earlier than I thought anybody would. There you go. That will reset back to 10 million tomorrow night, where someone will probably face general knowledge and get owned in the first 5 questions, but that tends to be what happens. But Firestar, if you want to stay in the call, dude, like Erlen had another stack. I'll read the questions out for you after the show, and you can see how much easier how hard you actually had it, because the first stack was a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So for everybody watching in the chat, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Tomorrow night, I'm taking the night off. It's my usual Sunday morning night off. We will be back Sunday night, Monday morning, depending on where you are in the world, for Super Mario Monday. I should stop the YouTube recording since this doesn't really apply to them.